Could be in for a long, hot summer if this unrest in Iraq escalates. To Phil Flynn on just how high prices could actually go. So, Phil, what should we expect?
Well, right now, Jenna, prices could go up dramatically, especially if the southern part of Iraq falls. These prices, we're talking $3.60, $4 a gallon. They might look like a bargain. Right now, the southern part of Iraq has been producing oil. They've actually been increasing their production, during this crisis. But the threat is very, very real. Right now, the world's in a position where we really cannot replace that 2.9 million barrels of Iraqi oil and the quality of that oil. That's the big key here. And if we lose that, you could be talking $5 a gallon gasoline.
When do you see that potentially happening, Phil?
Well, you know what? That's a big question. It may never happen. Right now, the southern part of Iraq is actually producing more oil. OPEC is actually producing the most oil they have in 30 years. There's talk that Libya is going to bring more oil onto the marketplace. But, right now, it really depends on the next 48 hours. Right now, the terrorists continue to assault Baghdad, Kirkuk, some of the major areas. And it really depends. If these areas continue to hold, prices may level out. But if we start to see the terrorists make some way into the southern parts of the country where the bulk of the production is and the bulk of the exports, that could happen. When that's going to happen, I don't know.
In July normally does have higher prices, doesn't it, Phil? So one of the questions we have to ask is about what happens the rest of the year. Do you see this continuing through the end of the year?
Well, there's a lot of things that could happen over the next couple of weeks that could have a major impact on gasoline prices. The truth of the matter is this should be the best of times. The U.S. is producing the most oil they have since the 1980s. We're actually making more gasoline in this country than we ever have before. But this risk premium continues to overhang the market. 60% of what you pay for a gallon of gasoline is that cost of crude oil. And the cost of crude oil, it's a global market. So, regardless of what we're producing here in the United States, if there's a cutoff in supply of Iraq and the prices of oil go from, $110 to, $150 a barrel, you're going to see it right in the gas pump, regardless of what we're producing.
You give us a lot to think about, as always, Phil. Thank you.
Thank you.